When she asked for a break, it didn't feel like suggestion. It felt like a silent declaration that something fundamental had shifted. She said it calmly, as if requesting more room in the closet instead of time away from our marriage. "I just need to clear my head," she said, standing in our kitchen, her fingers curled around a mug of untouched tea. "It's not about someone else. I just feel lost, like I'm drowning in routine." Her words stung, but her tone, flat, practiced, emotionally distant, stung even more. We'd been married 7 years. Not flawless years, but real ones. We argued about the usual things: money, in-laws, forgotten anniversaries. But love was never something we questioned. Or so I believed. Yet as I watched her speak, I realized love doesn't always vanish in shouting matches or slammed doors. Sometimes it fades in late dinners eaten apart, in silences that stretch between TV commercials. I asked how long she needed. She gave me a shrug. "Maybe a few weeks. I'll stay with my sister." Then she packed light: some clothes, a notebook, and the pillow she always insisted she couldn't sleep without. Watching her leave was surreal. No drama, just a quiet finality. The first week was brutal. The bed felt enormous, foreign, like a room meant for someone else. I still made her coffee by habit, still opened my phone to send her memes, only to stop before pressing send. Everyone told me to give her time, but I kept wondering, time for what? To reflect? To forget? Or to explore a life where I didn't factor in? By week 2, the ache gave way to numbness. I started combing to the past, replaying every fight, every conversation, every time I might have shut down instead of opening up. I even watched our wedding video one night, hoping I could spot something, some sign I'd missed. Did she already know back then that one day she'd walk away? I checked her sister's social media. Nothing. Just filtered skies and motivational quotes. One post read, "Sometimes you have to lose yourself to find who you really are." That one almost made me throw my phone across the room. The third week, I began to brace for the worst. Maybe she wasn't coming back. And maybe that had to be okay. Maybe not every love ends with infidelity or betrayal. Sometimes it just wears out, like a pair of old shoes that still technically work, but you know deep down they're not worth the blisters anymore. Then, when I'd stopped expecting it, she returned. She didn't knock, just used her key, same soft click of the door, but everything felt different. No suitcase, just her purse and a notebook clutched tightly to her chest. I was in the kitchen, again making tea without thinking. I froze when I saw her, not from anger or surprise, but confusion. Should I hug her? Brace myself? She gave a tired smile, the kind people wear when they're not sure they're still welcome. "Hey," she said, her voice carrying all the weight of the past 3 weeks. I nodded. "You okay?" I asked. She hesitated. "I think so." I needed to talk. Her voice cracked around the edges. It reminded me of the day her father died, fragile, uncertain, tangled in guilt and fear. She sat down at the table without waiting for an invitation. This was still her home, technically, but she moved like a guest. "I lied," she said. The words were soft, but they split the air open. My heart gave a dull thud. She didn't look at me, just kept her eyes on the notebook. It wasn't just space I needed. There was someone else. "We didn't sleep together," she added quickly, as if that detail made a difference. "But I met him, someone from before us. I guess I want to see if something was still there, if I could understand why I kept feeling like something was missing." I didn't interrupt. Just let her keep going, the way you let a storm finish what it started. She ran her fingers along the notebook's edge. "The last week, I wrote everything down. Every memory, every thought, trying to figure out why I felt so empty even when I was with you. And I realized it wasn't him. It was me. I wanted to blame our marriage for how I felt. But really, I've been carrying old wounds and hoping you'd heal them." I looked at her, really looked. She didn't appear to have answers, only the courage to stop pretending. "I came back," she said, barely holding her voice together, "because I'm tired of running, not just from you, from everything. I don't know how to fix this." The silence between us didn't feel hollow anymore. It felt heavy, with memory, with pain, with the tiniest flicker of hope. Still, neither of us moved, because rebuilding something real doesn't begin with forgiveness or promises. It begins with truth. I don't know how to fix it, she repeated, softer now. Like even saying out loud chipped at the fantasy that this could be easy. I took a breath, so deep it hurt. There was so much I want to say. Accusations, pain, the chaos that had lived in my chest for weeks. But instead, all of that faded, because the woman sitting across from me wasn't the same one who had left. She seemed smaller, like someone who'd face her own reflection, and didn't like what she saw. I read once. I finally said that love isn't about choosing someone once. It's about choosing them again and again, especially when it's hard. Her eyes lit up, hopeful, but I wasn't finished. The thing is, I don't know if I can choose you right now. She looked down, nodded slowly, like she understood. Then she pulled a page from the notebook and slid it toward me. A letter, handwritten, messy, stained with what looked like old tears. This is everything I couldn't say, she whispered. All the ways I failed you. All the ways I failed us. I didn't touch the letter. Not yet. I needed to figure out what mattered more, that she came back or that she left in the first place. Do you love him? I asked. No, she said instantly. I think I loved who I was when I was with him. Wild, untethered, but it wasn't real. Just nostalgia pretending to be romance. You were always the real thing. I looked down at my hands. The same hands that held her through heartbreak, that built our first furniture, that stayed when it would have been easier to leave. And they were shaking now. I'm not saying it's too late, I said slowly. But I can't pretend this didn't happen. Something broke. And if we're going to move forward, we start over. No shortcuts. No pretending. She wiped her eyes. I'll wait, she said, as long as it takes. I'll do whatever it takes. We didn't hug. We didn't cry in each other's arms. We just sat there, two people who'd walked to the edge and somehow chose not to fall. No soundtrack. No grand gestures. Just silence. No longer an ending, but maybe, just maybe, the beginning of something honest.